But anyways, fam, now for our featured story of the day. Bitcoin to 150 G's, baby. Still on the cards, according to the Bernstein analysts. Let's break down the latest from them. As you can see here in the headline, the crypto verse is extremely dynamic. Therefore, fortunes can swiftly fluctuate as they do, and predictions often carry the weight of speculation. Hence, a prediction is speculation. It's one and the same. Despite recent market turbulence, analysts at Bernstein remain resolute in their convictions, reinforcing their bold forecast for Bitcoin's trajectory. A retrospective examination illuminates the significance of Bernstein's stance. Remember Bernstein Bears? I remember reading these books as a child. No relation, but hey, just saying. Bitcoin, the world's largest crypto, weathered a tumultuous period between March and April of this year, enduring a substantial correction of nearly 22%. Hey, so instead of 1111 earlier, guess what? 11 plus 11 is 22. Just saying. During the volatile phase, prices plunged from the year's peak of 72.8, which is the current high we hit mid-March, to the current low, which we just struck a couple of days ago at 56.5. However, we got Bitcoin back on the rise. Obviously, we gained a lot of momentum since tapping out at that low. Now, Bernstein's analysts maintain unwavering optimism, as they should. They reiterate their prediction of the king crypto ascending to an unprecedented $150,000 per coin within the current cycle, projected to materialize by the end of next year in 2025. Now, the architects of this bullish prognosis exude confidence in their assessment. Additionally, they express increased confidence in their prediction, supported by promising metrics indicative of robust cycle still in its infancy. Additionally, they note the attractive risk reward for Bitcoin, further reinforcing their positive look. So let's discuss this for a moment. Let's discuss some of these bullish catalysts, which need to be considered when speculating on price predictions here, especially for this particular cycle. Obviously, we have massive institutional FOMO, which in my opinion is just getting started. The ETFs went live here in the States on January 11. That's right. And there were initially 11 ETFs. They say now 10 because I think they exclude GBTC often when we talk about this. And they actually converted their GBTC product into the spot ETF after the long-winded lawsuit with the SEC, which gave the green light for the SEC to finally frickin' approve some spot ETFs for the biddies. And lo and behold, they officially went live. BlackRock now probably has close to 300,000 Bitcoin about to flip GBTC. GBTC had over 620,000 Bitcoin before their GBTC product got converted into an ETF. Now, BlackRock is one institution. Collectively, the ETFs have now accumulated close to 900,000 Bitcoin in less than 4 months. Let that sink in. There can only ever be 21 million of these things. They say several million are lost and gone forever. 1.1 million are in the wallets of Satoshi. We have a very finite limited supply. So just between the ETFs and the United States, we have this game theory playing out in real time. And now we have the Hong Kong ETFs, which just officially went live recently. And we're about to get mainland China potentially able to invest into the ETFs through Hong Kong. That's a big deal. As we mentioned earlier, there's approximately 1.4 billion people in China. There's massive amounts of wealth in China. They own massive amounts of real estate. What's going to happen when they invest into the digital real estate, aka digital gold, aka perfect money, aka pristine collateral, aka JV's favorite thing in the world, BTC? That's when the game theory is really going to kick off or lift off. And they also say we're going to get the bulk of the ETF inflows coming, meaning we haven't even scratched the surface yet. Then you start to calculate the existing companies that have the biddies on the balance sheet. First one that comes to mind, it was the first publicly traded company to put the biddies on the balance sheet, and that's Mike Saylor's MicroStrategy. They already have, something like 230,000 Bitcoin. And then you have nations, nation state adoption, El Salvador, collectively purchasing Bitcoin every day, buying the dip. Then we have Mr. 100, currently a mystery, but I think they have now amassed over 70,000 Bitcoin. So just these big players, they're gobbling up Bitcoin like there is no tomorrow. Like most of the Bitcoin supply right now is in the hands of the long-term hodlers. And I start to think out loud here. And what I'm anticipating is a serious, legitimate supply shock. They say there's less than 1.8 million biddies even available on the exchanges. And when you have mass adoption, we just witnessed the fourth Bitcoin halving a couple of weeks ago, around 420. It was actually on the 19th in the evening, but in some countries it happened on 420. So I must say happy 420. But there are so many bullish catalysts, and we haven't even touched into the new accounting changes, which are going to lead to more institutions investing into Bitcoin. Even Tesla and SpaceX have the biddies on their balance sheet. Granted, stupid Elon Musk sold 75% of them. And obviously, if they would have just held on to them, they'd have massive gains. But it is what it is. You have other companies getting into Bitcoin. Obviously, there's thousands of companies in the world, if not millions. Now, how many other countries are going to follow in the footsteps of MicroStrategy and park their wealth into Bitcoin? What if Apple or Amazon or one of these big companies, or even like a big retailer like a Walmart were to adopt Bitcoin? How much money would they be saving in transactions that go to these payment rails from Visa or MasterCard or Discover? Bitcoin makes them obsolete. Bitcoin puts them out of business, because when you make a Bitcoin transaction, the transaction is the settlement. You don't need to be paying 2% for millions of charges. You know what I mean? So the big retailers can literally save billions of dollars per year just by adopting Bitcoin for their retail customers. Billions of dollars. What big company is going to be the first to just, let's save the billions and let's pass on these savings to the customers? What if the customers were incentivized with cash back or Bitcoin back? Get Bitcoin back. Or, use Bitcoin and save on that processing fee from the merchant. Who wouldn't do that if you had the option to choose? Who wants to wait for a settlement? That's why you get charged such large fees. Bitcoin destroys and makes a lot of those payment rails obsolete, right? So what's happening? The world is changing. The world is becoming digital. The world is fed up with the physical, right? It's not about physical things. That's why one Bitcoin is worth $63,500 in fiat monopoly tulip bulb trash we call fiat currency, right? One digital Bitcoin is worth 63,500 physical freaking dollars. Let that sink in. Would you rather have an ounce of gold worth $2,000 or one digital Bitcoin, which isn't even physical, that's worth 63,500 USD, right? And sometimes we compare Bitcoin to USD and we shouldn't even be, because the dollar is worthless. That's the trajectory the dollar is going down. That's why Bitcoin continues to go up. That's why Bitcoin's been on a 15-year bull trajectory against the US dollar. And it's not going to slow down. The purchasing power of the dollar is doomed. You're going to be able to afford less and less with those dollars, right? Shrinkflation, inflation, hyperinflation. And on the other side of that coin, Bitcoin is going to continue to do its thing and go up in purchasing power. It's a mathematical certainty. It's not even a question. It's not even a debate, right? The only one debating it is the stupid people, the people treating fiat as a store of value, the Peter Schiffs of the world.
We call them the poor. There's a name for them.
And there is a name for them, and we don't like to make fun of them, but just calling a spade a spade. You know what I mean? The smart money is in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the future. The future is digital. Digital wealth trumps anything physical in which can be confiscated. Bitcoin is immutable. You cannot change it. These corrupt politicians love controlling your lives. The only thing they can't control is Bitcoin. Bitcoin separates money from state. It's the Achilles heel to the central banking cartels. And once you start to understand the corruption behind how money is made, and you read the Bitcoin standard and you get the knowledge and you realize, whoa, Bitcoin is priceless. I can steal it right now at 63,500 per coin, right? Once you start to truly grasp how limited, how much of a finite limited supply Bitcoin truly has, it's not even a question no more. You start to realize, I don't want dollars. I don't want fiat. I wouldn't even wipe my arse with the fiat. Why? Because I probably catch a disease. Because US dollars are primarily used for illicit activity. Unlike the biddies. Just saying, show me the biddies and let's freaking go. And with that being shared, when do you feel Bitcoin will cross the $150,000 benchmark? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to read your comments out loud. Hopefully you enjoyed my little rant this evening. I mean it 100%, 110% of every word I'm saying. Bitcoin will change the world. It already is, right? It is the only antidote to the central bank digital slavery system, which is being rolled out right now. There's pilots all around the world for these CBDCs. If you want freedom, you want unconfiscatable wealth, you want the greatest appreciating store of value in human history, which is only going to continue to appreciate, you stack the biddies, right? You stack the biddies. Mic drop. I can't drop the mic. It's on a mic stand. But if I could throw the mic out the window, I'd freaking throw it right now.